Hello, this is Dr. Gregg Mays with Your Word Wednesday. This week, I have a question for you. How smart are you? Sometimes we think that we're supposed to be so smart. We're always trying to prove just how smart we are. And when we can show God just how intelligent He has made us, well, that's a bonus. What I want to talk to you today, or what I want to talk about with you today, is the idea that sometimes we can be too smart to our own detriment. Let's get into it.
In Matthew's book, Jesus said, go into all the land. Take the word, share it, teach it, preach to every man. Just do his will, because he always has a master plan. It's not your...
As I open my Bible, and I am in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, way over near verse 27, I'm going to start in verse 26. It says, brothers and sisters, think of what you were when you were called. Not many of you were wise by human standards. Not many were influential. Not many were of noble birth. But God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. God chose the lowly things of this world and the despised things and the things that are not, to nullify the things that are, so that no one may boast before Him. You have to understand, let me finish that thought. You have to understand that, verse 30, it is because of Him that you are in Jesus Christ, who has become for us wisdom from God. That is our righteousness, holiness, and redemption. Therefore, as it is written, let the one who boasts, boast in the Lord. It's so easy for us to get wrapped up in how smart we think we are. We have to be careful. The Bible teaches us that we are to focus on God. One of my favorite passages is found in Proverbs chapter 3. Now, I usually do Proverbs 3 verses 5 and 6, but today I want to read to you Proverbs 3, and I'm going to be in verses 1 through 8. And here it is. It says, my son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones. Think about a time in your life where you just knew thus and so, A, B, and C were going to happen, and then they did not. What you thought was for sure, oh, I know this is my future, it goes up in smoke. And you take it to heart. How could God do this to me? Lord, I thought you loved me. Here's the thing. He does love you, but you have to understand it is His wisdom. It is His knowledge of what should happen. He knows what's best for you. You don't know what's best for you. Of course we think we do. Of course in our minds, we're like, well, I like this, I like that. Well, I know what's best for me. But when it comes to comparing ourselves to God, no, you do not know what's best for you when it comes to what God has for you. That's why it's important for us to yield to Him. I love Isaiah chapter 55. It's a passage that oftentimes I'll connect with Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Let me go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to read Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, right? And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Why? Why should I do what's said in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6? It says, Isaiah 55:8 says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. You have to understand that this idea that you know things and you could do it yourself and I got this, that doesn't work when it comes to walking with God the Father. You know less than nothing compared to him. Your ways are not his ways. Your thoughts are not his thoughts. His ways and thoughts are so much higher than ours, we may as well say, we got nothing when it comes to walking in our intelligence with God. And this is what he wants. He wants us to yield to him. When he says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, that means everything in you, you give it to God. How many times have you sat on the side of your bed? I sit on the side of my bed, so that's why I say that. You may sit in a chair, you may go for a long walk, and you're just wrestling and you're battling with God. Well, God, I want this. God, I want that. Well, you said if I... And you forget the words that Jesus Christ said in the Garden of Gethsemane. Nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. Imagine your life if you stopped trying to be the smartest person in the room and you started being the most obedient person in the room. If you started being the person to whom God can turn and say, who shall go for us? And whom shall we send? And when you say, here am I, send me, God knows he can rely on you because of your faithfulness, because you've allowed yourself to be weak in the world's eyes, that you may be strong in God's eyes. And that bodes well for you and the people around you. I pray that this is a blessing for you. And remember, stay strong.
So what you waiting for? Someone to feel the pain some more? Cause you ain't share the love, the grace you found within the Father's care. To share the love of God is more than just a simple job. It's Christ speaking the off a Holy Spirit law. Share it.